A very good evening to all our viewers and welcome to this Sunday's edition of Primetime News, coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios in Colombo. I'm Arundhati Mudanayaka. Let's start off with a look at the stories making headlines this evening.
Newsfirst headlines. Main sponsor.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
New cabinet to be sworn in tomorrow. National list MPs of the NPP announced. First visually impaired member of parliament appointed by the NPP. Dilip Jayavira and Satyalingam enter parliament through the national list. SJB national list nominations delayed. Member of the SJB-led alliance request for a seat in parliament. IMF representatives arrive in the island for the third review.
Newsfirst headlines. Main sponsor.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
And now the story is in detail. The new cabinet will be sworn in tomorrow at 10 a.m. The swearing-in ceremony will be held at the President's office and will be presided over by President Andra Kumara Dissanayake.
The President's Media Division announced that Cabinet Ministers as well as Deputy Ministers will be sworn in at the President's office tomorrow. The inaugural session of the 10th Parliament will begin at 10 a.m. on the 21st of November. The 10th Parliament of Sri Lanka has more than 175 members who have been elected to Parliament for the very first time. The Secretary-General of Parliament, Kushani Rohanadira, said that a special counter will be set up in Parliament to gather information about the newly elected MPs. This counter will be open on the 19th and the 20th of November.
The nationalist members of Parliament from the National People's Power, the Sarvajana Balaya and the Lanka Tamil Arasakachi have been made public. 18 representatives of the National People's Power have been appointed to Parliament through the national list.
Bimal Niroshan Ratnayaka, Dr. Anura Karunathilaka, Professor Pali Pandilage, Eranga Udeshwira Ratna, Aruna Jaisekara, Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma, Janit Ruwankodituaku, Punya Sri Kumara Jaikodi, Ramalingam Chandrasekhar, Dr. Najit Indika, Sugat Tilakaratna, Lakmali Kanchana Hemachandra, Sunil Kumar Gamage, Gamini Ratnayaka, Professor Ruan Chaminda Ranasingha, Sugat Vasanta de Silva are among them. Abu Bakr Adam Baba, who contested at the parliamentary election from the Digamadul electorate, and Ratnayaka Hettige Upali Samrasingha, who contested from the Van electorate, have also been appointed to parliament through the national list.
There are about 2 million members of the disabled community in Sri Lanka. A parliamentary representative from the community, which accounts for about 9% of the entire population in Sri Lanka, has been appointed to parliament for the first time in history. This representative has been appointed to the national list of the National People's Power.
Sugat Vasanta de Silva, who had lost his sight due to an accident that occurred during his childhood, is a graduate from the University of Colombo. A social worker by profession for 25 years, he is also the chairman of the Sri Lanka Council of Vision Impaired Graduates.
ජාතික ජන බලවේගය ආබාධිතුන් පිළිබඳ ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් ගෙනාවා වැඩපිළිවෙලක් ගෙනාවා ඒ වැඩපිළිවෙල තුල අපි ඉතා පැහැදිලිව කිව්වා ඔබ නැතුව ඔබ පිළිබඳ තීන්දුව తీරන ගන්නේ නැහැ කියලා ඒක
The National People's Power brought a policy for the disabled. They submitted a plan. In that plan, we said that we will not take any decisions without representatives from that community. Implementing that the plan, the NPP has nominated a disabled person to Parliament for the first time in Sri Lanka. Some people said that this was merely a puff and a political tactic. But that is not true. The National People's Power fulfilled the promise that they made to the disabled community and appointed a representative to Parliament from this community that has over 1.7 million members, and to fulfill their hopes and aspirations. We will not taint the trust placed in us, and we will work towards making the lives of these people better.
ඒ බලාපොරොත්තු ඒ විශ්වාසය අබමල් රොන්නකින්වත් අඩු කරන්නේ නැතුව ඔවුන්ගේ ජීවිත ආලෝකමත් කිරීමට ඔවුන්ගේ ජීවිත වඩාත් ඉහළ තලයකට ඔසවා තබන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
The Sarva Jana Bala has nominated their party leader Dilip Jayavira for the national list parliamentary seat secured by the party. Dilip Jayavira contested and lost the parliamentary elections in the Gampaha district. The Sarva Jana Bala received a total of 178,006 votes during the 2024 parliamentary election. Dilip Jayavira enters parliament with the secured 1.6% of the votes.
Dr. P. Satyalingam, the General Secretary of the Lanka Tamilarasa Katchi, has been appointed to Parliament through the national list.
Lanka Tamilarasa Katchi has been allocated one national list seat at the election 2024 for Parliament. Today the party Politburo met in Vavuniya and has decided to grant that seat to our party General Secretary, Dr. P. Satyalingam.
The Samagi Janabalavege has not yet submitted their national list. Bharat Arulswamy of the Tamil Progressive Alliance, who contested at the parliamentary election under the Samagi Janabalavege, says that he believes that his party leader Manu Ganeshan will be nominated to the national list parliamentary seat. Questions regarding this were raised during a media briefing convened today by the General Secretary of the Samagi Janabalavege.
ජාතික ලයිස්ට් උපත් කරනවා අපි. පස් දෙනයි. ඉතින් මහලේකම් විදියට අස්සම් කරන්නේ බන්නේ.
ඊට පස්සේ සුජීව මහත්තයත් වෙනවද?
දන්නේ නැහැ.
මනෝ ගණේෂන් මහත්තයා පෙරලා එයා එනවද ජාතික ලයිස්ට්?
නෑ තාම කවුද කියලා තෝරලා නැහැ.
දැන් මේ මහත්තයත් එකක් ඉල්ලයි, හකිම් මහත්තයත් ඉල්ලයි, බදුල්දීන් මහත්තයත් ඉල්ලයි, දිගම්බරම් මහත්තයත් ඉල්ලයි. තව ඔබතුමාලට ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ මොනවද?
නෑ ඉතින් තියෙන දේ සාධාරණව බෙදා ගන්න එච්චරයි.
ඊයේ පාර සාධාරණව නෙත් නැහැ. දැන් මේ පාර තමන්ගේ මොකද්ද කරන්න හදන්නේ?
නිවැරදි තීන්දුවක් කරන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා.
කවද තීන්දුව ගන්නෙ?
ඉතා ඉක්මනින් සාකච්ඡා කරමින් පවතිනවා.
පරදුනාය ගන්නෙම නැද්ද?
ඒකනේ සාකච්ඡා කරගෙන යනවා කිව්වේ.
සාකච්ඡා කරනවා කියන්නේ සාකච්ඡා කරලා හරි ගියොත් පරදුනා ගෙන ගන්නවා.
නෑ අපි එහෙම තාම තීරණයකට ඇවිල්ලා නෑ. මොකද්ද මාධ්‍යෙන් කියන්නේ? පරදුනාය ගන්න කියලා කියන්නේ.
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගන්න. ඒක තව හොඳේ රණලික්ස් මහත්තයා තව මම හිතන්නේ මනෝ මහත්තයාත් එයි කියලා හිතනවා.
එහෙම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හිතන දේවල්ද අපි ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නේ?
නෑ ඕනේ නෑ. එහෙම නෙවෙයි. නමුත් වෙන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලට ඒ වගේ දේවල්.
මනෝ ගණේෂ් මහත්තයා ජාතික ලයිස්ට් මන්ත්‍රීවරයෙක් ඉල්ලනවා කියලා කතාවකුත් කියනවා.
ගොඩක් අය ඉල්ලනවා. ඔය ජාතික ලයිස්ට්ුවෙන් 29 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවනේ ලයිස්ට්ුවේ.
බොහොම අමාරු වැඩක් නේද ඒක?
අමාරු වැඩක්. අමාරු වැඩ බොහොම ලේසියෙන් අවසන් කරනවා මේ.
ඔබතුමාගේ ජාතික සංවිධායකතුමාත් පරාද වෙලාද නැහැ. එතුමා ගන්න නැද්ද?
ඒකනේ මම කිව්ව කතා කරගෙන යනවා කියලා තාම. මං හිතන දේවල් මෙතනට කියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේ. අපි ඒක පක්ෂය ඇතුලේ සාකච්ඡා කරන්න.
Journalists further question if a change in leadership would take place.
ඔබතුමාලා එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ ඉන්නේ කියලා එළියට ආවේ රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්තයා ඉල්ලනවා පරදිනවා කියලා. දැන් මෙතුමාත් ඉල්ලනවා පරදිනවා. එතකොට මොකද්ද?
රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්මයා ගැන තීන්දුව ගත්තේ අපි එතුමා 1994 පක්ෂ නායකත්වයට පත් වෙලා අවුරුදු 26කට පස්සේ. බලන්න දැන් ජනතා විමුක්ති පෙරමුණ පෙරදුනානේ. නායකත්වය වෙනස් කරේ නෑනේ. නායකයා නැති වෙනකම් හිටියා. දැන් මේ නායකයාත් පත් වෙලා විශාල කාලයක්නේ. ඉතින් අපේ නායකයා තමයි පත් වෙලා අවුරුදු 4මාරයි.
ඒක තවත් අල්ලලා යන්න පුළුවන් කියලා හිතනවා.
අනිවාර්යෙන් මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්න වැරදි තියෙනවනේ වැරදි නිවැරදි කරගෙන මේ ගමන අපි යන්න ඕන.
දැන් මේ වෙද්දී දැන් ලංකාවේම දැන් පළවෙනියට 1 ලක්ෂ ගාණක් කරන් තියෙන සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහත්තයා නමුත් දෙවෙනියට අරන් තියෙනවා මේ හර්ෂ සිල්වා මහත්තයා. දැන් හිතන්නේ නැද්ද දැන් දෙවෙනි නායකත්වයට පොඩ්ඩක් දුන්නොත් ඊට වඩා ජයග්‍රහණයක් ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි.
කවුද කියන්නේ? මාධ්‍යෙන්ද කියන්නේ ජනතාවද කියන්නේ? කවුද කියන්නේ?
දෙවෙනි තැනට ගෙනල්ලා තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ.
ඔයද අපි මෙහෙමයි දෙවෙනි තැනට ගෙනල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒක ලොකුයි හර්ෂ ඩි සිල්වා මැතිතුමා හොඳ දක්ෂයෙක්, හොඳ උගතෙක්, ආර්ථික විශේෂඥයෙක්. ඒ වගේ අය අපේ පක්ෂයේ අපි තියන ඒකනේ ඉතින් අපේ පක්ෂයෙන් ඉල්ලන්නේ නැත්නම් ඉතින් වෙන තැන් වලට යනවා.
නායකත්වයේ වෙනසක් වෙනවද? මෙහෙම යනවද?
නෑ එහෙම උත් එහෙම කතා වෙලා නෑ.
දැන් අපි දැක්ක ගිය පාර එහෙම 54ක් ඇවිල්ලා අන්තිමට වෙද්දි 40ක් විතර තමයි හිටියේ. ඒ හින්දා සැනසෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ පාර 40 තාම 40යි. ඉස්සරහට යද්දී දැක් ශක්තිමත් කරන් කී දෙනෙක් කියයි.
ඒ උදවියට මේ ඡන්දෙදි ජනතාව හොඳට උත්තර දුන්නානේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ට දුන්න දඬුවම ඇතිද? ඒගොල්ලන්ට මැති ඇමතිකම් අරගෙන ගියානේ ඒගොල්ලෝ. මදිද ලැබුණා දඬුවම.
තුමාලගේ 40 පෙර ගන්නත් ගිය පාර වගේ ලොකු සටනක් දෙන්න වෙයි නේද?
අපි බලමු ඒක ඔක්කොම ඒවා තියා මට ශාස්ත්‍ර කියන්න බෑනේ. අපේ රටේ දේශපාලනේ එන විදිහට අපි මුණ දෙනවා නේද? නමුත් ජනතා විශ්වාසය රකින්න කණ්ඩායමක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Meanwhile, speaking at a media briefing today, Bharat Arulswamy from the Tamil Progressive Alliance said that he believes that the leader of the party, Mano Ganesan, who contested the general election under the Samagijana Balawegya, will be given an opportunity to enter parliament through the national list.
Now that there are no Tamil representatives in parliament, we have a greater responsibility regarding their program and their rights. We have confidence that as the leaders of the Samagijana Samidare, he has a great responsibility, and in the meantime, Sajith Premadasa also has a responsibility to bring all of them together and take this group forward. We have confidence that with his experience and vision, he will be appointed to parliament through the national list. We also had an issue with the fact that the number of seats in the Colombo district was reduced. One seat allocated for the district was reduced, and we are the ones who were affected by that. We have faith that Sajith Premadasa will appoint Mano Ganesan to parliament through the national list.
The general public has elected many new members to parliament. Who are these newly elected members of parliament? What are their qualifications? Let's take a look at these details in our special segment.
10th Parliament of Sri Lanka.
Ashoka Gunasena, Party National People's Power, District Kurunegala, votes secured 72,216. Ashoka Gunasena, born in the Akbovila village in Kurunegala, had his primary education at the Humbulua Mahavidyalaya. In 1989, he began studying subjects under the Physical Sciences stream at the Vikramashrila National School and entered the Kalani University in 1994. After entering the student political arena, he was a colleague of President Anrukumar Disanayake while at the university.
In
1998 and 99, I was elected as the Pradeshiya Sabha member. I have continued to work with the organizer of the Dambadeni electorate for the JVP. I have dedicated a majority of my life for political work. I will use all of my time to work under the NPP government to do something good for these people.
Chanaka Sampath Madugoda, Party Sri Lanka Pudujana Peramuna, District Gaul, number of votes secured 8,447. Born in Gaul, Chanaka Sampath Madugoda, following his primary and secondary education at Richmond College Gaul, he had followed a course in civil engineering. A businessman by profession, in 2011 he was elected to the Bope Poddala Pradeshiya Sabha, and in 2014 he was elected to the Provincial Council.
We must first win over the trust of the people. We need to defeat this opinion that has been created about us in society. We will work towards developing that party that had won the love and affection of 6.9 million people in the country.
Vijay Siri Basnayaka, Party National People's Power, District Kurunegala. Number of votes secured 86,218. Born in Kandegedra Dambadeniya, Vijay Siri Basnayaka, following his primary education at the Kandegedra Mahavidyalaya, he pursued his education in the commerce stream at the Narammala Mayurapada Mahavidyalaya and is a graduate in business management from the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. He also completed a postgraduate diploma in labour relations and human resources from the University of Colombo. He holds a degree in psychology and psychotherapy.
I work as the manager of Dambadeniya Development Foundation. I have also been working for 7 years as a management consultant at the Cooperative Management Institute. I had worked for about 3 years at the Chartered Institute of Personal Management as the deputy director. Afterwards, I joined the Vayamba University as a lecturer. I am also working as the chief consultant of the Dambadeniya Export Goods Development Company, and I am also a member of the board of trustees of the Dambadeniya Development Foundation.
වගේම දඹදෙණිය සංවර්ධන පදනමේ බාරකාර මණ්ඩලයේ සමාජික විදිහට මම කටයුතු කරනවා.
DM Dharmapriya Disanayaka, Party National People's Power, District Kurunegala. Votes secured 68,580. DM Dharmapriya Disanayaka was a student of Kuliyapitiya Mahavidyalaya and has been engaged in politics at the Kurunagala Pradesh Sabha for 26 years.
We have made a plan for the Kurunagala district. We have identified areas in the Kurunagala district that needs to be developed, including agriculture, industries and health. We believe that we must implement this program.
MM Tilina Taraka Samarakun, Party National People's Power, District Anuradhapura. Vote secured 49,730. Born in Polonnaruwa, Tilina Taraka Samarakun followed his primary education in the Kadewala Primary School. He passed the scholarship examination and entered the Polonnaruwa Royal Central College. He pursued his education in the field of commerce and entered the Rajarata University. He has a special management degree and has worked as a banker for many years.
I have worked at the Regional Development Bank for 18 years. I have completed the CBF diploma. I have completed a one-year diploma in accounting and e-commerce. During my career, I have participated in many training programs and I have completed many professional qualifications. As far as politics is concerned, I only didn't have the experience in being a member of parliament. I entered the Rajarata University in 2003 and after that I worked as a student political leader. I intervened on several occasions to protect free education.
Manoj Rajapaksa, Party National People's Power, District Kegol. Number of votes secured 54,173. Manoj Rajapaksa followed his primary education at the Beligala Bodhiraja Mahavidyalaya. He then studied in the maths stream for its advanced level examination at the Tolangamua Dudley Senanayaka Madhya Mahavidyalaya. He then entered the University of Moratuwa. He is a graduate in Garment Engineering Technology and has worked as an executive grade employee in the private sector for many years before he entered politics.
There are parts of
the plan of the NPP that are dedicated for the Kegol district. As a group that has understood the lives of the people in Kegol district, we look forward to resolving the issues that are faced by our people under the NPP government. I am working as a parliamentarian of the NPP with the hope of identifying the needs of people and making their lives better. 10th Parliament of Sri Lanka.
News First with the people.
News First. Main sponsor.
Generators for long-term rent. Multiways Engineering Private Limited.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Welcome back. Here with News First. The opening ceremony of the 45th Asian Conference on Remote Sensing was held in Colombo today.
The 45th Asian Conference on Remote Sensing, jointly hosted by the Sri Lanka Survey Department and the Asian Association on Remote Sensing, was inaugurated in Colombo today under the theme Stepping Towards Economic Sustainability Through Spatial Data Services. The event was held under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, and the event was graced by the General Secretary of the Asian Association on Remote Sensing, Professor Kohei Cho, Survey General of the Survey Department of Sri Lanka, Sudat L.C. Pereira, and others.
As we grapple with pressing global challenges such as climate change, urbanization, resource scarcity, the role of remote sensing in providing accurate and timely spatial data has never been more critical. Our region in particular is in dire need of accurate and reliable spatial data. We face numerous challenges from natural disasters to food insecurity and water scarcity. By harnessing the power of remote sensing, we can gain valuable insights into these issues and develop effective solutions. And this is an extremely important focus for our government as well, as we are looking to ensure that policy decisions and policy making is driven by data and driven by scientific knowledge.
The 45th Asian Conference on Remote Sensing will be held from the 17th of November to the 21st of November in Colombo.
A group of representatives from the International Monetary Fund arrived in Sri Lanka today to conduct the third review.
The Ministry of Finance said that the International Monetary Fund representatives are set to meet with the President, Ministry officials and the Central Bank officials. The Ministry of Finance said that the International Monetary Fund expects to conclude the initial phase of the third review by this Friday.
The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force ship Samidare arrived at the port of Colombo on a formal visit this morning.
The visiting ship was welcomed by the Sri Lanka Navy in compliance with naval traditions. The 151-meter-long ship serves in JMSDF and she is manned by 199 crew members. She is commanded by Commander Naoki Koga. Meanwhile, the commanding officer of the ship is scheduled to call on the Commander Western Naval Area, Rear Admiral Chintaka Kumarasinghe, at the Western Naval Headquarters on the 18th of November. During the ship's stay in Colombo, the crew members are expected to visit some of the tourist attractions in the country. Concluding her official visit, JMSDF Samidare will depart the island on the 19th of November. Upon her departure, the ship will engage in a passage exercise or PASSEX with the Sri Lanka Navy ship in Colombo seas.
7 people lost their lives in accidents that occurred in various regions in the country within the past 24 hours.
Along the Kalatara Horana main road in Panapitia, a JCB machine overturned, causing an accident. 5 people were injured in the accident. The incident occurred when the JCB machine collided with a bus travelling from Kandy to Alutgama. On Padini Anuradhapura road in Liangama, a vehicle accident claimed the lives of 2 people. The police said that the accident occurred when the rider of a motorcycle lost control due to excessive speed and overturned. The victims were from the same family, a 57-year-old mother and her 20-year-old son. On Dalukana Mahayangana Road in Bandanagala, a 31-year-old man was killed in a road accident involving a cab and a car. The deceased was the driver of the car, a resident of Namanevela. A bus travelling from Ampara to Kandy collided with a bus travelling from Colombo to Ampara in the Piangala area in Ampara. One of the buses veered off the road and hit mounds of earth nearby. No one was injured in the accident. In Kitulwata, Borala, a motorcycle collided head-on with a car, leading to the death of the motorcyclist. The police said that the cause of the accident was the driver's inability to control the speed of the motor vehicle. The deceased was a 71-year-old man, a resident of the Sivali Patumaga in Borala. The driver of the car has been arrested. Two people also lost their lives in accidents today in Trincomalee and Ahongala.
A trusted place for your fixed deposit. Valuable FD, a symbol of stability.
Throughout decades, Sri Lanka has earned its name and place as one of the most beautiful and sought-out tourist destinations in the world. Recently, the island was chosen as a venue for a big fat Indian wedding where a couple from Dubai with Indian origins selected Sri Lanka for their special day. Let's take a look.
Sri Lanka was recognized as the most desirable island in the world by the Wanderlust Travel Awards recently. We are in the beautiful coast of Hambantota, bringing to you yet another reminder as to why people from all around the world find our little island nation so beautiful and so attractive and desirable. A wedding is one of the most special and most memorable moments of one's life. So what's better than a destination wedding right here in the pearl of the Indian Ocean itself?
Destination weddings are an emerging trend in the modern global tourism industry. Traditionally, a destination wedding means a ceremony or a reception that's held outside of the couple's hometown. requiring travel for most, if not all of those involved. These weddings are commonly associated with picturesque locations, just like Sri Lanka. Recently, Sri Lanka's beautiful coast of Hambantota was the chosen location for yet another dazzling destination wedding. A couple from Dubai with Indian origins chose Sri Lanka's Shangri-La Hotel in Hambantota as their wedding destination. Around 450 guests travelled from multiple countries across the world to be a part of this unforgettable celebration.
Boys and girls, give it up for our beautiful bride, Kanishka!
Wow, the hospitality of this country, the people of the country, the welcome they gave us. Coming here, this is my 8th trip. 7 times I've been here, looking for all the sources, what I want, collecting the vendors, if we could do, if we couldn't. But then we had a local vendor. He helped us out with everything what possible we were looking at. So it was great, and I'm overwhelmed with Sri Lanka. In fact,
the hospitality has been amazing, amazing. Sri Lanka, it's like a heaven. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And like he mentioned, a friend of ours actually sent him a picture and told him about Sri Lanka, and that's how it happened.
If Sri Lanka turns this into a wedding destination, this could be another place. You have greenery, you have everything. I mean, everything is natural, beautiful.
Destination wedding is playing a vital role if we think of tourism revenue. So there are more than 400 guests arriving various parts of the world. They are, of course, most of them are Indian national. They are really, really happy about Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka, the locations. I'm sure the people who are participating for this wedding will definitely think of their next wedding destination, none other than it is Sri Lanka. So we can have positive hopes to support the tourism generation and tourism revenue generation in the country.
When exotic locations are chosen for destination weddings, it is not only about making the big day unforgettable. This global trend injects substantial revenue into the local economies, from accommodations to event planning, food and beverages, photography, and even local transportation. A wide range of sectors reap the rewards. Known for its pristine beaches, lush landscapes and cultural heritage, Sri Lanka has become a hotspot for destination weddings.
Moving on to news overseas, with the successful test of a long-range hypersonic missile capable of carrying various payloads over distances exceeding 1,500 kilometers, India has entered the elite group of nations possessing advanced military capabilities.
The missile was tracked by various range systems deployed across multiple domains. The Defence Research and Development Organisation, or the DRDO, which conducted the trials on Saturday night, announced that flight data obtained from downrange ship stations confirmed the successful terminal maneuvers and impact with a high degree of accuracy. This missile has been indigenously developed by the labs of the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex in Hyderabad in collaboration with other DRDO labs and industry partners. The flight trial was conducted in the presence of senior DRDO scientists and members of the armed forces.
The head of Georgia's election commission was splashed with paint as the body confirmed the ruling party's victory in the parliamentary elections.
According to a video broadcast on local TV channels, David Curtades, a member of the United National Movement, splashed black paint on the Central Election Commission chair on Saturday, resulting in an eye injury. Hundreds of opposition supporters staged a rally outside the Commission's headquarters during the session. The Ministry of Internal Affairs said it had launched an investigation into the incident. Central Election Commission Chair came back to the meeting with a plaster on his left eye, having signed a protocol that confirmed the ruling pro-Russian Georgian Dream Party as the winner of the 26th October election. According to Georgian media, the party received 53.9% of the vote, winning 89 seats in a 150-seat parliament. After the ballot, supporters of opposition parties staged several protests in Tbilisi, alleging election fraud. Georgia's pro-Western opposition has denounced the 26th October vote as fraudulent, while the European Union and the United States have called for an investigation into alleged electoral irregularities.
A service of song and celebration on the occasion of a bicentennial year of the Woodville Girls' College was held today. The event was held at the Cathedral of Christ the Living Survivor in Colombo.
A service of song and celebration on the bicentennial year of Woodville Girls' College was held at the Cathedral of Christ the Living Survivor.
The Woodville Girls' College was founded over 200 years ago in the year 1824. The primary objective of the founders of the Woodville Girls' College was to promote education for girls.
Today, our Woodville Girls' College past students celebrate the 200th anniversary bicentenary celebration at the Cathedral of Christ the Living Savior. So huge crowd from various countries, so they gathered and praised the Lord, and they remind the past history and memory in our college. As I am Bishop and the chairperson of the Woodville Girls College Board, I am privileged to that good meeting. Several past students, peoples gather here in the church, so we happy to see many teachers, principals and staff, and as well as clergy and the members.
In its 200-year history, the school has been served by just 10 principals. This enabled most of them to leave their own indelible mark on the institution while building on its traditional strengths.
As everyone knows, we are celebrating 200 years this year. We have had several programs organized, and today we just finished the Thanksgiving service organized by the Colombo Past Peoples Association. And we have a few more events to celebrate our bicentenary. On the 22nd of November, we have the cycle parade in the morning, and in the evening we are going to felicitate our dear past teachers who have been instrumental in bringing up the school to what it is today.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's edition of Primetime News. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night.